Oh, wait, Tom, you're muted now. Hold on.
Tom, you're muted.
Tom, hold on.
Okay. I'm going to change up the order a little bit because the momentum is just too good to be true. And we want to keep this thing going. Dr. Wallach, you guys, Monday, he's doing a big speech with a camera, with production. It's going to be over the top at 9 o'clock Pacific time on either Facebook or the app or however they're going to do it. So pay attention to this. If you're not on the Hair on Fire call in the morning, that's where you go figure out where to get all this stuff, because it is a big landscape, all these verticals of longevity. Lanny Sharp dials it in. So you want to be on that Hair on Fire call so you know where Dr. Wallach, because he's going to do a big, unbelievable live that you're going to love. So now we're going to go with, it's kind of a mix between nutrition and business building. Business building and nutrition. With me, it's business building and no nutrition. It's all business building because that's who I am. If you try to, it's me. So, but when you got Dr. Lewis and Evelia Arriaza, you got the absolute unbelievable combo. And if you saw his Facebook Live yesterday on the coronavirus, it was incredible. But I want you to listen to him right now with his beautiful wife, Evelia. They are going to light you up like you've never been lit up before. Welcome, Lewis and Evelia Arriaza. Where are they? He's going to say, Tommy.
There he is.
There he is. He's running to his camera. Hello, doctor.
Surprise. How are you?
Never better. How you doing?
Wonderful. Not sure on the lineup, but we're good.
I wasn't expecting to show my outfit. Your camera has a different angle.
Okay, so how's everyone? First of all, before everything, come on, baby. Before anything, we want to wish Denise an incredible, happy.
That's a one-person help.
We want to wish Denise a happy birthday. Denise Chenault, for some reason I can't hear her.
Thank you, Lewis.
Oh, there you go.
Thank
Denise, we love you so very much, Denise. You are beautiful. Thank you for your amazing spirit. Thank you for your love, your compassion, always seeking to understand. We love it how wherever we are, whether it's a tack trip or a big event, you seem to always make time for us. Our team thoroughly loves you. We just want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. 29 has never looked as good as it looks on you. So God bless you, Denise. And thank you for being a fearless leader and definitely our mentor.
We love you, Denise. We love you. One second, guys. Sorry. We love you for your sincerity, for your heart, for how you love people, for how you listen to people. And we are just so grateful to God in this time where there's so much selfishness, and it's reflecting on how us humans think of ourselves first and not our neighbors and not people that need more that have more needs than we do. It's such a blessing to know someone like you.
Absolutely.
Who isn't selfish.
Absolutely. Thank you, Denise. We love you very much. Our boys love you. They have a picture of you in their bedroom, and they say goodnight to you every night, and they say good morning to you every morning. And you're just a very, very special and very kindred spirit. And we're just so excited and so blessed to have you in our life. So I hope that today is a magical day, as it probably is every day for you. Every day, I imagine, it's a very magical day for you. So God bless you. May God's abundance overflow in your life. And just thank you for being so awesome. So, and Tom, thank you for this amazing platform to teach and preach this amazing message. We also want to thank Steve and Michelle. I got to be careful with that amazing picture right there. Steve, I also want to take this moment to thank you. I know that I have been blowing you up, as I imagine many other leaders in the company. Steve Wallach has taken every one of my 30 or 40 calls this week. Steve Wallach and Michelle Wallach are really standing in the gap during this moment, not just with the whole pandemic issue going on, but just with everything that's happening with the longevity, all the beautiful things that are happening with the longevity. And Steve and Michelle, we are eternally grateful. Our team really feels they feel your confidence in what's happening. They see your vision. It is incredibly clear. The interaction that we had with you at the TAC trip, the interaction that the team had with you at the TAC trip was so incredibly special. So Steve and Michelle, thank you for being so wonderful. And thank you. We're so grateful, and we feel so good in our spirits. We feel so good to have leaders like yourself, as other companies are going through some massive transitions, and other companies maybe even going through some incredible challenges with facing maybe the option of having to close or having to rearrange themselves. Steve and Michelle, you guys have built an amazing culture here in longevity based around the philosophy, the science, and the art of Dr. Joel Wallach. We just feel so amazing. What do you think, Vivi?
Yes, I'm so grateful, and I see people scrambling. I see people being afraid that don't necessarily need to be afraid. I spoke to somebody this morning who I was telling her that my boys were practicing football outside. We have a field, not a full field, but like a half field. And so there was a team of 7 boys. So we were complying. We were under the 10 group, and there was wide open space, and they were not huddling. And so we were sensitive about it, because you definitely have to be respectful, sensitive, and careful. But she didn't want to even go outside to walk because she was so paranoid. And she says, my husband has a compromised immune system. And I understand her fear, but I understand us being cautious, but hers went to a state of paranoia. And so in those moments, right, she's in my downline. So in those moments, I feel the responsibility to lead her. And so that leads me to Steve and Michelle, that their calm, their composure, their foresight, Steve anticipating what might happen in California started, we have other warehouses moving product. I mean, I don't think he slept in the last 72 hours, because it's 3 a.m. and he's working. And so that brings us confidence. That gives us a lot of faith to be able to transmit to everybody else. It's just people were freaking out when the governor of California said all businesses were closing. And for us to have that certainty from Steve and Michelle and tell our team our doors stay open, because there's a lot of families that live off of longevity, including ours. And so I understand the fears, but when you have leaders like Steve and Michelle that lead with integrity, and you know that what you're being told is the truth and not just what someone wants you to hear, that gives us a lot of confidence and a lot of faith. And this time of transition for our country, for our world, is really I feel like a wave of blessing is gonna come after.
Absolutely. Would you guys do me a favor?
Tom, thank you. Thank you, Tom, for creating this impromptu platform. Thank you, Tommy, for inviting all these amazing speakers and amazing leaders and people that are actually moving the business right now. This has happened twice. I've seen this happen twice. When I graduated in 1993, right when I graduated, the Clinton administration had come in, and they passed this proposition called Proposition 213. And as a chiropractor, it changed everything. It changed the chiropractic world, because before then, you could build different entities and you would be paid hand over fist. You'd be paid dollar for dollar. When I graduated into that time, I didn't know. I wasn't part of what they call the golden years. So we graduated into a time, and I say we because my wife is like an honorary chiropractor. She knows more chiropractic than most chiropractors. We graduated into a very difficult time, but we didn't know it was difficult because that's all we knew. And we buckled down, and we were every weekend. We were at swap meets. We were at health fairs. They called us the $1.25 chiropractor because we were knocking on. We did door knocking. We did cold calling. Our first year in practice, we grossed $257,000 purely on the white pages. If you're under 30 years old, I know you have no idea what the white pages are, but purely on white pages.
It used to be these books. Really big books.
And we did it because we knew nothing else, and I remember that in about 10 years ago, when the real estate bubble bursted, I was interviewing Marta Rodriguez, who's been the #1 realtor for Century 21 the last 8 out of 10 years. And I said, how do you feel with all this transition? She says, this is when they're going to separate the the men, the women from the girls. This is when they're going to separate the men from the boys, because in order to survive 10 years ago in real estate, you had to be a professional. You had to have a philosophy, a science, and an art. And I believe that this is what's happening right now in the industry of network marketing. It's a little shakedown. It's a little filtration of people that were just kind of saying different things and doing different things that just really may not have been the best way to do it. And I know that we have been following a system, and we've been following a philosophy, and we have really built a culture of people that love what we do and believe in what we do. And when you have people that believe in what you believe in and value what you value, you're going to build trust and cooperation. And that's what we've built. And right now, I would love for my wife to share what she does, because my wife does something very powerful that can be done by everyone, but very few people actually do it. It takes time and it takes organization. But I'm telling you that it makes a huge difference to your business, and it makes a huge difference to your opportunity to help and facilitate health and wellness for a lot of people. Sweetheart, would you like to share?
Sure.
Do you want to say something?
So I'm good here. I'm good. So thank you. My part, when Tom asked us to choose a topic that's going to bring value, I wanted to share with you some of the daily functions of my day that can increase your volume, especially during this time, but at all times, but especially this time, it's so important to actually call people, right? Like Tom always tells us, if you're not calling your downline, someone else is calling them. And that is so true. And you're going to be surprised how people are going to be so happy to hear from you, because they're afraid and they have uncertainty. And so some of the things that we've done and that I know could work for everyone, because I'm normal. I'm not like Lewis, right? I get it. Like, he's gifted. He could speak. He's just, I like to say he's anointed, because I really believe that God has given him a gift that I don't have, but I have my own gifts. And one of them is organization. And another one is that I love people. And I know Lewis loves people. And I know you love people. And we all have our own way of connecting with people. And so one of the things that I've done that just in the last 3 days have gotten me 10 additional sales. Like what Sean was explaining, right? How you do the selling, what is it? What did he call it? The
Suggestive
selling. The suggestive selling. I do something like that. So what I do every month, we have probably in our genealogy about 200 customers that maybe at one time that are direct to us, that maybe at one time began as a distributor. Just like you have people that sign up as a distributor and they drop to just not to just be a customer, but to become a customer because they love the products, and we know our products are phenomenal. So I treat the person who buys one foundation from me with the same respect, enthusiasm, and love as I treat Carmen Osuna. And of course, Carmen Osuna is a leader of ours, right? And so we have different connections, but when I talk to someone, I appreciate the 20 QB that they bring to my organization, like I appreciate Carmen's 500,000 QB that she brings to our organization, because everything adds up and everything matters. And so there's a few practical things that I do that do take time, but we all have time, especially right now, right? And I spend a lot of time on the phone when I'm cooking, when I'm putting things away, and my children are respectful of it, because we have agreements that's my time to work, and also that's my time to connect with people that are in our organization, either because they're building or because they're customers, and they're equally as important. And so, for example, like in your back office, we all know who our direct customers are. And so I have loyal customers, people that maybe are very unlikely to be my loyal customer. For example, John, who is 68 years old. He's Caucasian. He's a trucker. Okay, like what do we really have in common much than we love Jesus and Dr. Wallach? Not a lot. And so he has been my loyal customer for 4 years, never coming off of auto ship. So what do? I know my customers that are always ordering. What I do, I send them little gifts. Of course, that's product. So that's something that they love or something that they haven't tried. Easter, Christmas, their birthdays, New Year's. Now, I can't tell you that I'm good at all the times, right? But at least 2 or 3 times out of the year, I am sending them a message about their children, about themselves. And now with contact mapping, it's easy, right? Because it organizes everything for us. Thank you, Tom. We're waiting for the Spanish version. And so I connect with them. Like just the other day, I called John and I said, how are you doing? Because I know he's a trucker and he's going to different sites, and his industry is so vitally important to all of us right now that we need so many supplies and that there's such a high demand. And I called him not because I didn't look at what he ordered last month. I just called because I was really genuinely interested in knowing how he was. And he ended up ordering more product because we ended up talking about cardio beats, and he had never tried cardio beats. So he's like, you know what, I'm going to try that. And so I have a habit of doing that. And when in our back office, like for example, you know, if you look at your directs, when maybe someone hasn't ordered in 6 months, and then I see, okay, oh, there's a new order. So I print out their invoice and I make a note. I go back to their back office and I look at what they've ordered like in the last 3-4 times. And I make notes so that when I'm talking to them, they know that I know what they like and that they matter to me. I'm just not like, hey, how are you? Would you like to order something? No. And so I had an example with a lady who is out of this state. She's in another state who I've only met through the phone. And she placed an order. This was actually last week when I called her to connect with her and to share with her the rewards program that we now have at Longevity. Because the rewards program, if you haven't wrapped your head around it, please do, because it'll transform your business. And so I'm calling all of my customers, of course, the distributors, right? For our distributors, we put together training videos on how to use the program. But I also call my customers because they purchase on their auto ship, they get points to give us their birthday. They get, oh my goodness, like Longevity thanks you for giving them the opportunity to send you a gift. And it's incredible.
I know, that's awesome.
And so the point is that we need to organize ourselves and call our customers. And not just when we're trying to sell them something, like right now that everybody's open to antioxidants. Like I've called a lot of people, but my call is never like, is there something that you need? Like, is there a product you don't have or a product you haven't tried? My conversation never is in that direction. My conversation is always, how are you? And many times I'll start with the text depending on the generation that they're in, right? Because I have some that still have landlines. And I'll start with a conversation, and maybe that first call, I won't even talk about if they need any extra product unless they bring it up, because I want them to know that they matter to me more than just because they buy product from me. And it's something really cool that I use that has worked for me is I use a platform called Punch Bowl, like the punch you drink in a bowl. Punch Bowl is actually a party invitation application, because if you didn't know, I love to throw parties.
Great.
And so awesome. I use that for Christmas cards. It's kind of like an Evite, but I really love Punch Bowl because they give you the ability. I don't know if Evite does this now because they didn't before. They give you the ability. I pay $89 a year for the whole year service, and I could email or text 300 people at a time. And so I have lists that are created, like customers, distributors. The states are all categorized, so it's super easy. And so they have a template, right? They have a template that's blank. So what I do is like I will upload my picture. I'll upload a picture of my family. I'll put a product, right? A featured product, a little bit about them. I'll kind of tell them what I've done in the last month, and I send it to my customers. And you have the ability to text with that app, which is what I love, because with Evite you couldn't do it before. I'm not sure if you can now, but you can text and you can email. And I would say I have like an 85% ratio of people who actually open my emails. And that is the way how I've been able to stay connected with people. So it's called Punch Bowl, and it's really affordable, $89 for the year. And it has been a great marketing tool for me that's personalized. I'm not just sending them a Longevity flyer, which there's nothing wrong with that, they're perfect, but it's personalized, and it's allowed us to keep and maintain a ton of customers because they matter to us. Because if we don't take time to take care of our customers, I mean, like for us, our distributors, our leaders, we see them all the time, right? We're spending actually physical time with them, or on the phone or on Zoom. a customer is not as much. And so if we don't take the time to let them know that they matter, then when they're at Target or when they're at Sephora, they're going to buy the foundation that they used to buy from me. Why? Because they don't remember me, because I didn't take the time to connect with them. So just in the last 2 days, by doing what I always do, we've gotten 10 new sales.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love you.
So that's it.
Amazing.
So simple, easy. It doesn't take Lewis to do that. We can all do that.
And you know, that's a tremendous gift. And as Evelia was saying earlier, we all have gifts. We all have talents. And our goal is to tap into our gifts, tap into our talents, and really be the best version of ourselves. So, and before I start, I want to thank Steve again on that Immune Booster Bundle Pack. I think that's the correct terminology. Immune Booster Bundle Pack. If you really want to make a difference in this moment of crisis, remember, creativity supersedes crisis, and there's always opportunity during opposition. So if you really want to supersede yourself, if you really want to get out there and help a lot of people, and you want to help them not just physically, as Steve has said so eloquently, not just physically, but physically, emotionally, and financially, people's lives are upside down. They've never been in this situation. People are at home, and they have never been at home at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and their minds are racing right now. So if you offer them this, and right now, thank you, Steve, for that Immune Booster Bundle Pack, not only because the products are so essential, so critical, the selenium, the I-26, what was the other one? The Goji. I mean, the product line is so spectacular, but he's given us 498 QE points. That in itself should be such a motivation to get out there and help as many people as you can, because there is absolutely, listen to me, there's absolutely no reason why your business shouldn't grow during these times. You don't have to talk people into learning about nutrition and trying nutrition. People are looking for this right now. If you go to markets, if you go to their pharmacy or their vitamin shelf, there are no vitamins on that shelf, because people understand that, yes, above and beyond just washing the hands and with the wipes, you're cleaning different areas in public, and you're practicing social distance. You got to take care of yourself from above down, inside out. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a sound mind. And I just want to share the scripture with you, because it's a scripture that just resonates in me a lot. The second book of Timothy, it says that we were not born with the spirit of timidity nor fear, but we were born with the spirit of love, power, and sound mind. That means that we have the ability to control our thought process. We have the opportunity to focus, to have that monomaniacal focus on the things that matter, on the things that are productive, on the things that give life to people, on the things that are purpose-filled, on the things that produce prosperity, right? I mean, I'm talking about the science of success and the principles of prosperity. And we have to understand that we have to be that anchor. We have to be that pillar for people right now. People are scared. People are in a state of fear. People are out of control, and they want to anchor to, Jerome said this. He said, if you're not anchored, people not anchored to an unanchored mind. You want to be that anchor for your organization. You want to be that anchor for your neighborhood, for your community, for your city, for your state, for your country. People at this moment are looking for us to stand in the gap, just like Michelle and Steve are standing in the gap, just like Tom is standing in the gap, just like Sean and Alice are standing in the gap, just like all the ambassadors, everyone on this right now should be your personal responsibility to stand in the gap. Now, what is the first step to standing in the gap? Understanding that your thoughts, everything begins with your thoughts. The thoughts is the language of your mind, and your feelings are the language of your body. The minute that your body dictates to your mind what to do, when to do it, how to do it, we have lost the game of life. That means that when people lead by how they feel, I don't feel like waking up in the morning. I don't feel like exercising. I don't feel like being nice. I don't feel like serving.
that means we have allowed the body to think it's become the mind, and now we're in trouble. You know very well what we are supposed to do, and we're supposed to stand guard at the door of our mind right now. Why should we stand guard at the door of our mind? Because there's a lot of toxic and wrong and misinformation, and even if the information is correct, it could be very fearful. It doesn't mean that we're not aware. It doesn't mean that we're not well informed. It doesn't mean that we're not well educated. But we must decipher, and we must take minute-to-minute decisions of what's going to penetrate our thought process, because every thought creates a mood. Every mood becomes a temperament, and every temperament becomes a personality. What does that mean? That means that if you think about something long enough, right? Let's say you're driving to work and someone cuts you off and you flip them off and you're all upset, and you get to work and they're like, John or Jeff, why are you so mad? And oh man, this guy cut me off on the freeway. And you're like, oh gosh, why would he do that? And you keep thinking about it and thinking about it. Then you get home like 6-7 hours later, and your wife's like, why are you so disconnected? Why? Oh, because this guy cut me off, and how can they be driving like that? And I could have crashed and killed myself. And the next morning, it's such an emotional situation that the next morning, instead of creating a vision for the future, you think of a memory of the past. You think of what just happened. So you wake up, although that situation happened 24 hours ago, you wake up and your body immediately goes into that fearful, angry, disappointed, things aren't working out state. And if it's long enough, that mood becomes a temperament. Now you get somebody that asks you, hey, what's going on? Oh, you know what? I can't believe that person cut me off. Well, when did they cut you off? Oh, they cut me off about 2 weeks ago. Wow, they cut you off 2 weeks ago, and you still feel this way. Or it may be someone that hurt you. Oh gosh, my cousin said something so rude and so personal that it hurt me. Well, when did they say this? Oh gosh, they said this 3 months ago. Wow, 3 months ago, and you're still talking about it. You're still reliving it. And see, the thing about the mind is incredibly powerful, but one thing that it cannot do, it cannot distinguish a reality from fantasy. It can't distinguish the future from the past. So as long as you are in that emotional state, your body is going to continuously respond until it goes into the subconscious. And that is when it becomes a personality. So it goes from the mood to the temperament to the personality. And your personality is what creates your personal reality. I'm going to repeat this. Your personality is what creates your personal reality. So I am in no way, shape, or form saying that we're not in a moment of crisis. We are in a moment of crisis, but like I said, it is a moment of crisis. It's not crisis. We are in a moment of crisis. The Bible says this too shall come to pass. We are in a moment of crisis. One of the most challenging reasons is because it's an invisible crisis. Like that movie Invisible Man, when they couldn't capture him because they couldn't see him. Right now, this situation, this pandemic that we're in, it's kind of like an invisible situation because we can't grab it, we can't smell it, we can't taste it until it has infected us. So I want you to know right now, if you have an ear to hear, that people are looking for your leadership. People are looking for you to stand in the gap. People are looking for you to speak loud and speak courageously. People are expecting that of us. And the more that we do that, the more people will be attracted to us. Absolutely, we have the immune booster pack. We have the mega packs. We have products that Dr. Wallach has created 23, 24 years ago and thought about 40 years ago. These things work. We also have a plan of compensation that is extraordinary. But right now, people are looking for leadership. People are looking for leaders because their worlds have turned upside down. And so I am praying and I am encouraging you right now, if you're on this Zoom call, to stand in the gap, to stand firm, stand tall. That doesn't mean that you know everything. That doesn't mean that you're not concerned. But what it means is that you are going to put your emotions second to your thoughts, and you're going to fill your thoughts with those things that are great. The great book says, it says, the eyes have not seen, nor the ears have not heard, nor the mind can conceive the things that God has for us. God has a beautiful life for us. We are going to get through this in such a successful way. We're going to get through this in such a progressive and a prosperous way. You're going to help so many people that before were helpless. Now you're going to help them, because sometimes it takes something like this for people to wake up, and our nation is waking up to the necessity that we need to be healthy from above down, inside out. Remember, control your thoughts. A repetitive thought produces a belief. And I'm going to leave you with this. My mentor said, You must believe in something or you will fall for anything and become nothing. You must believe in something. So since we have a choice to believe in something, let's believe in the possibility of health. Let's believe in the possibility of prosperity. Let's believe in the possibility of culture. And let's believe in the possibility of hope. Steve, Michelle, Tom, Cheryl, I mean, just all these, Sean, Alex, thank you for giving my beautiful wife and myself and all these people an amazing platform. And thank you for keeping it thriving so we can continuously put food on the table, shelter over our head, and help the millions and millions of people. They're predicting that 60% of people in the United States are going to be affected by this virus. That's over 240 million people. We have something that they can benefit from. So Tom, thank you, my brother. I love you. Denise, happy birthday again. If you guys have a second or a minute or an hour, please give Dr. Corey a strong, strong prayer today. And just thank you, Tom. We love you very much.